For Thor, the goal was size, bigger, 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 bigger. Chris put on 25 pounds of muscle in about 6 months.
So today we have another Marvel character on the cards. He is every girl's crush. He is Chris Hemsworth from Australia. And he has been in Hollywood for over a decade. And not only this, he is also selling fitness programs like this. This is center.com. And here we have Chris. And it says, train, eat, live better with Chris Hemsworth team. So they are in fact offering a couple of programs for losing weight, building muscle and overall toning. Anyhow, Chris Hemsworth's physique in Thor 2011 was a turning point. Since then, his physique has become a benchmark in his movies, especially Marvel characters, where he was literally looking like a superhuman. Now the question is, has he done this via his training programs, or did he have great genetics? Or is Chris Hemsworth on gym candies and all sorts of multivitamins? इसके लिए हमें देखना पड़ेगा इनकी genetic baseline, इनका genetic datum in his earlier roles. For this purpose, we are looking at an Aussie soap known as Home and Away that was aired between 2004 and 2007. And we can see that Chris has a decent baseline at the start of his career. I would say he's a tall guy with decent genetics. Of course, he's not trying to portray his peak physique here. He is given the role of a young boy with athletic body who arrives in Summer Bay after his father, who is the appointed principal of Summer Bay High School. And I would say he is a tall guy, probably just over 6 feet tall. And here he is representing a body structure good enough for bodybuilding. He's not very massive that we would say that indeed he has taken something and he is enhanced. He looks someone who trains not for the purpose of achieving peak hypertrophy, but to look decent on the screen. So of course he's natty here. And then we have Chris on Dancing with the Stars in 2006, and by now he is 23 years of age and representing a similar baseline body composition and muscle mass. And then we have A Perfect Getaway in 2009, which was an American thriller, and we see that Chris has gained size, but this is not representing something that needs performance enhancing drugs to achieve this. And then we have The Cabin in the Woods that actually came in 2011-2012, पर कहा यह जाता है कि इसकी शूटिंग 2009-2010 के आसपास हुई थी. And here apparently Chris is a bit leaner, I would say, and we see his abs in this scene. But again, this can be achieved via good training, good diet model, so again no red flags yet. And then we have the turning point in Chris Hemsworth's physique, that is in Thor 2011. And he is literally looking like the specimen of a man. He is way more impressive than his earlier roles, and indeed, he is portraying the character of Thor. Thor 2011 को लेके Chris Hemsworth के ट्रेनर का क्या कहना था? Just watch this out.
For Thor, the goal was size, bigger, 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 bigger. Chris put on 25 pounds of muscle in about 6 months.
So Chris gained 20 to 25 pounds of muscle in just a matter of 6 months. ये किसका कहना है? Chris Hemsworth के personal trainer का. Since Chris is a tall guy, and if we compare his Thor 2011 physique with his previous roles, so indeed he looks massive, and we can rely on his trainer's words that he in fact added 20 to 25 pounds of muscle in his frame in just a matter of 6 months. And of course he is doing a Marvel role. For that you get popularity, for that you get fortune, you get recognition. So of course in this movie Chris Hemsworth is not natural. Why? Because it is not only about 4, 5 or 6 pounds of muscle that we would say that he was not eating enough food, he was not eating enough calories, he was not focusing on his peak hypertrophy before. This is a massive transformation and you cannot get this big in just a matter of 6 months while maintaining a leaner body composition, especially when you have been training for your earlier roles as well for a long time. So I don't personally think this is natural. And then we have Avengers 2012, and of course he has to look like Thor. If not better than 2011 Thor, then close to it. And that is what we see here. I would say it is difficult to predict whether he has gained or lost size because he is in his costume, but I would say he looks pretty similar to 2011 Thor role. Maybe a couple of pounds less heavier. And then in 2013 we have the Dark World, and he is looking impressive in this shirtless scene. Again similar to 2011 Thor role. And then we have a biography sports movie where Chris is not that massive as in Thor roles, and apparently he has lost significant amount of muscle mass in this movie. He is indeed leaner and somehow he is representing his genetic baseline, so I would say he might not have used anything here for this character. But again, this is just my gut feeling. You guys have all the right to agree or disagree. Okay, now moving forward. Now we have the movie Vacation in 2015, and I would say he is again representing his own genetic datum here and looks pretty natural here. So this also shows that Chris Hemsworth goes up and down in his movies a lot. And then we have Avengers Age of Ultron in 2015, and this is a shirtless scene I could find, and this is I believe a deleted scene. And Chris is under downlighting here, and I would say he is similar to the typical Thor role, who is about 20 to 25 pounds heavier in relation to his genetic baseline. And then finally we see Thor Ragnarok that came in 2017. And this is a popular scene, and what we see is a similar Thor version as in 2011, with a difference of a couple of pounds more or less. So from this, one thing is for sure, and that is, for Marvel characters, for Marvel movies, getting massive and looking impressive like a superhuman, like a specimen of a man, is indeed a prerequisite. And these are preparation scenes of Chris prepping for Thor Ragnarok, busting his ass off in the gym, and this shows that indeed, even if you're on cycle, even if you're on all sorts of performance enhancing drugs just to look a certain way for a movie role, still you have to bust your ass off, you have to put in the effort to achieve your freaking goal. And other than this, Chris is also prepping for Hulk Hogan's biopic, and for that purpose he has to look very impressive, in fact very massive. Other than that, he is also prepping for Thor Love and Thunder, जो I think 2022 में somewhere आएगी. So of course we will cover that part later on. Again, nothing to take anything away in terms of his hard work, motivation, dedication, work ethic, consistency. Because again, even if you're using anything, you have to put in the freaking effort. You have to understand the fact that for Marvel, since celebrities are being given unrealistic deadlines to gain like 15, 20, 25 pounds of muscle, so of course they cannot get the job done naturally. And these guys, these celebrities, these actors, they do have to depend on performance enhancing drugs. So जब भी मैं कहता हूँ, do get motivation from these guys, from these celebrities in terms of hard work, motivation, they give their blood and sweat. But at the end of the day, do not try to copy them. Do not try to emulate their lifestyle, their fitness lifestyle in your lives, unless you are being paid in a similar fashion. And that is what the main takeaway of the video. If you find this video helpful, make sure you let me know by leaving a comment and a thumbs up below. See you guys.